Hi guys, I'm Mick Godwin, and in this video we're going to talk about the different brokers and the broker firms and some of the pros and cons. So if you've been looking at selling your business and you're doing a bit of research, then stick around and watch this short video. Okay, before we get into it, it's just important to keep in mind broker fees. So the industry standard is 8% under $1 million, and once you go over the $1 million, the percentage can come down. Fees are an important factor when considering a broker, just because the lower the fee, the less likely the broker is to sell your business successfully, and you really can miss out on tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars if you have gone with the wrong broker or firm. Okay, first up, ABS. According to their website, the team at ABS focuses on the Southeast Queensland market with offices in Brisbane and on the Gold Coast. This means they should have good local knowledge and good network coverage in the area, but they might lack getting a broader range of buyers and sellers details throughout Australia. The firm also does a lot of work in the commercial lease and commercial real estate. One weakness you could quickly identify would be their website. To me, this is always an important thing. It gives an indication of their marketing knowledge. However, regarding their commission, it's my understanding they do work off industry standards, so it suggests to me that they are confident when it comes to really understanding your business and getting the business sold. Okay, number 2, Benchmark Business Sales. Established in 1999, it shouldn't be news to many of you who already follow me that I do most of my work in conjunction with Benchmark, and I have the most experience with out of the 5 firms we speak about today. Like all firms, they have their strengths and their weaknesses. However, I can say that overall, the brokers I've worked with personally have a very high knowledge of not just the process of selling your business, but the mechanics of the business and also the greater industry. Now, this comes in really important in a couple of ways. One, if you're talking with a buyer and you can't really articulate the benefits to that buyer, you're going to lose good buyers when they're coming through. This is a critical factor and sometimes overlooked by vendors, as usually a buyer becomes far more engaged about purchasing that business when the broker is knowledgeable and can address any concerns that the buyer might have. The fees are reasonable, they're industry standard as well, usually 8%. They do have 3 categories of service to selling a business, so the team is able to assist owners in selling their business from $50,000 right up to $20 million and beyond. The firm's coverage is national. There's offices around the country, and all this really means to a vendor is we are constantly collecting buyer and seller details and feeding that into our database. Okay, number 3, the Fin Group. Fin Group has been established for about 20 years as well, and according to their website, they're Australia's #1 brokerage firm, and I'd have to assume that all brokerage firms would be saying that. I have spent some limited time with the Fin Group, so I do know some particulars about how they operate. For example, their listing and marketing fee can be a little bit less than others, around the $2,500 mark, but they do an ongoing fee paid weekly, which can add up, especially if the business is on the market for 6 to 12 months, which is not uncommon. When I was involved, this fee was about $150 to $300. So put that on top of your initial fee. I'd always be wary with this approach. So although the listing fee was less than Benchmark or ABS, the costs can add up quite quickly. And number 4, Smart Business Sales. Now, this is a firm which I haven't really had any experience with whatsoever, but it seems from their website they're more geared to being an online firm. And although I haven't had any direct interaction with this company, I have had a lot of experience and interaction with online valuation or appraisal tools, which is basically software that will help you come up with the value of your business, like the one they have on their website. Unfortunately for the unsuspecting vendor, these valuation tools usually come up with a price that isn't really worth the time you've spent on it. They don't really align with what the market is paying, and it's a little hard for these tools to assess what your business is valued just on some algorithms. The website looks great, but it does look like it puts a lot of effort into capturing your data for marketing purposes. A quick look at the businesses that they do have on their website. It seems like they've signed a deal perhaps with a larger franchisor, because they have a lot of businesses. They're not actually businesses, they're franchises ready to be sold, and that makes up the bulk of their listing categories. Okay, lastly, Link Business Sales. Link is one of the better known brokerage firms, along with Fin, Benchmark and ABS. They are a foreign-owned firm with both national and international brokers. The website is quite well presented and it's better geared to the business seller and buyer, as you can see 3 options straight away when you log on: buying, selling, and valuation. I like this approach because it's clear, simple, no long-winded sales copy and buzzwords that don't really mean much if you just want to buy a business. They do have an appraisal calculator, so the same applies to what I just said previously, that these tools aren't very accurate, but they're okay for curiosity purposes. The only thing I'd be wary about if they use that tool to form part of their appraisal methods. I have dealt with one of the brokers from this firm previously, and all I can say, it was quite helpful and he was a good broker. So the next steps. Whichever firm you go with depends on a few things that are unique to your situation. The main thing to remember, it's not just the firm's or the broker's reputation you can rely on. The level of success you and your broker achieve in the sale of your business will largely be dependent on a combination of the broker, the firm, and how accepting you are of their recommendations and how much commitment you have to sell your business. There's no point going through the process butting heads and questioning everything they do. If they seem they're not the right fit for you, find a broker who is. If you would like to know more about what's involved in selling your business, then call or email me directly. I'll be happy to help you become clear on what your next step is for you and having your business sold. Thanks guys, I'm Mick Godwin and see you next time.